Scene script. Have you ever wondered what sports and leadership have in common? You'd be surprised at how intertwined they are. Sports and leadership share a deep and dynamic connection, each feeding into and shaping the other. They are two sides of the same coin, with one reflecting the best aspects of the other. Let's start with teamwork. It's the backbone of any successful sports team, and it's equally crucial in leadership. In both arenas, you're working with others to achieve a common goal. It's about communication, understanding, and a shared vision. As a player on a sports team, you need to know your role, understand your teammates, and work together to win the game. Similarly, as a leader, you need to know your team, understand their strengths and weaknesses, and guide them towards achieving the team's objectives. But it's not just about the team, it's also about the drive, the ambition, the will to win. In sports, as in leadership, you need a strong drive to push past obstacles, to strive for excellence, to never give up. It's this drive that gets you to the finish line, that pushes you to go the extra mile, that makes you stand tall even when the odds are against you. Communication is another key factor. In sports, players communicate constantly, whether it's calling out plays, motivating each other, or celebrating victories. In leadership, effective communication is just as essential. It's about expressing your ideas clearly, listening to others, and creating an environment where everyone feels heard and valued. And then there's the common goal. In sports, it could be winning a championship. In leadership, it might be achieving a business target or launching a new project. Regardless, having a common goal unites the team, giving everyone a clear focus and a shared sense of purpose. As we can see, the connection between sports and leadership is not just a coincidence, but a result of mutual skills and characteristics. Both require teamwork, communication, drive, and a common goal. Both challenge us to be our best, to work together, and to strive for success. And in doing so, they teach us valuable lessons about leadership and about life. So how does being part of a sports team prepare us for leadership roles? Well, let's start by thinking about what makes a sports team successful. It's not just the skill of individual players, but how those players work together. This is where the magic of teamwork comes into play. Teamwork, in its essence, is the ability to work collaboratively towards a common goal. In a sports setting, that goal could be winning a game, a season, or perhaps a championship. Every member of the team has a role to play, and understanding that role is critical. Just like in sports, leadership is about knowing your role and the roles of others. It's about understanding that each team member brings unique skills and strengths to the table and recognizing how these can be best utilized to achieve the team's goals. But teamwork isn't just about roles and responsibilities, it's about trust. In sports, players must trust each other to perform their roles effectively. This trust is built over time through shared experiences, both good and bad, and through mutual respect. Leadership requires the same level of trust. As a leader, you must trust your team to do their jobs, and they must trust you to guide them. This trust doesn't come easily, it must be earned, and once earned, it must be maintained. And then, there's understanding. In sports, understanding your teammates, their strengths, their weaknesses, their motivations can make the difference between winning and losing. Similarly, in leadership, understanding those you lead, their abilities, their aspirations, their fears, can help you inspire them to achieve more than they thought possible. In essence, a leader is nothing without a team, and sports provide the perfect platform to nurture this relationship. Through sports, we learn the importance of collaboration, trust, and understanding, and how these elements can form the foundation of great leadership. So whether you're on the field, the court, or in the boardroom, remember, every great leader starts as a great teammate. How do we grow from setbacks and challenges we face in sports? Well, it all starts with resilience. Picture this. You've just lost a game. The world seems to come crashing down, but in that moment, you make a choice. You choose to dust off the disappointment, rise, and come back stronger. That, my friends, is resilience, a cornerstone of leadership. Now let's talk about another essential: adaptability. In the world of sports, things can change in a split second. A sudden shift in strategy, a surprise move from the opponent, or an unexpected injury. In these situations, you don't have the luxury of time to ponder. You need to adapt and make decisions on the fly. This is where sports act as a crucible, testing and honing your adaptability, a trait every leader needs in their arsenal. And then, there's the art of learning from failure. In sports, losing is inevitable. There will be games where, despite your best efforts, the victory slips away. But it's in these moments of defeat where the seeds of leadership are sown. You analyze what went wrong, you learn, and you improve. It's an exercise in humility and growth, embodying the essence of the saying, failures are the stepping stones to success. But what about the problems that seem insurmountable? The ones that make you question your abilities and push you to the brink of giving up? Well, they are the greatest teachers. They test your problem-solving skills, force you to think out of the box, and above all, they teach you perseverance. Tackling these challenges head-on, finding solutions, and emerging victorious, that's what shapes you into a leader. Indeed, the ability to tackle obstacles and make swift decisions is a key attribute of a leader, and sports offer numerous opportunities to develop this skill. What does playing sports teach us about ethical leadership? Now that is a question worth pondering. As we delve deeper into the world of sports, we uncover a layer of ethical values that are not only crucial on the field, but also in life's grand arena, leadership. Consider this: in sports, one of the most fundamental principles is fairness. One must abide by the rules, respect the referee's decisions, and accept the outcomes, be it victory or defeat. This principle of fairness translates seamlessly into the realm of leadership. A true leader is one who upholds justice, treats everyone equally, and maintains transparency in their actions. Next, we come across respect. In sports, respect is shown towards opponents, teammates, and coaches alike. It's about acknowledging the abilities of others even when they outshine our own. This reflects the essence of leadership. Leaders respect the skills, knowledge, and contributions of their team, fostering an environment of mutual respect and collaboration. Then, there's integrity, the cornerstone of both sports and leadership. In sports, integrity means playing honestly, avoiding fouls, and not seeking undue advantages. Similarly, in leadership, integrity involves making honest decisions, standing by your commitments, and staying true to your values, even when no one is watching. Sports also teach us about responsibility. When a team loses, every member shares the burden of defeat. This instills a sense of accountability, a trait that's vital in leadership. Leaders take responsibility for their actions and decisions and are not afraid to admit when they're wrong. Lastly, sportsmanship. It's about shaking hands with your opponent after a tough match, acknowledging their efforts, and moving forward with grace. This is a lesson in humility and graciousness, qualities that make a leader approachable and admired. Sports thus serve as a moral compass, guiding us towards ethical and responsible leadership. They teach us that leadership is more than just directing a team. It's about embodying principles, setting an example, and inspiring others to follow. So, the next time you're on the field, remember you're not just playing a game, you're learning to lead. How do we carry these leadership skills from the sports field into our daily lives? It's a question that many of us have pondered. As we've seen, the sports field is a fertile training ground for future leaders, nurturing skills like teamwork, problem-solving, and ethical conduct. But how do these skills translate into the real world? Let's start with school. Much like a sports team, a classroom is a collaborative environment where everyone has a role to play. Just as a captain encourages their team to work together towards a common goal, a student leader can foster a sense of unity and cooperation among their peers. They can mediate conflicts, motivate underperforming classmates, and help create a positive and productive learning atmosphere. In the workplace, the parallels are even more apparent. Companies, like sports teams, are structured organizations striving towards a shared objective. The leadership skills honed on the sports field, effective communication, strategic thinking, resilience in the face of adversity, are the same qualities that make a successful manager or CEO. A leader in the business world must be able to inspire their team, make tough decisions, and take responsibility for their actions, much like a sports captain. Even in our personal relationships, the lessons from sports can prove invaluable. A good leader, like a good friend or partner, must be empathetic, understanding, and supportive. They must be able to listen, to compromise, and to put the needs of others before their own. These are traits that are nurtured in the crucible of competitive sports, and they serve us well in all aspects of our lives. Clearly, the lessons we learn on the sports field extend far beyond it, preparing us for life's many challenges and opportunities. So let's embrace these lessons, let's cultivate these skills, and let's carry the spirit of sportsmanship and leadership into every corner of our lives. Because in the end, it's not just about winning games, it's about becoming the best version of ourselves.